Japan is practically a country of centenarians. There are over 92,000 people there aged 100 or more. Meanwhile, in the West, many folks hit their 70s already wrestling with heart problems, memory loss, or a medicine cabinet full of pills. So what's different? The answer isn't what the huge, profit-driven health industry wants you to hear. I'm a brain doctor. I've watched patients suffer when they follow the wrong advice, and I came frighteningly close to the same fate. One morning I fainted in my office. My blood pressure shot up, my sight blurred, and I realized I was on the brink. That wake-up call sent me digging for the truth. What I discovered is maddening. A global, money-first machine relentlessly pushes salty, sugary, ultra-processed products into our lives. I've even been on their lists. Offers and sponsorships arrived promising more than a year's salary to promote supposedly heart-healthy products. They wanted my silence. I refused. Now I'm sharing everything. Today I'll count down the 6 foods Japanese doctors say you should eat every day if you want a shot at living to 100, from number 6 to the astonishing number 1. Each entry builds on the last. And when you hear food number 3, you'll understand why I turned down those deals and risked my reputation. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, how old are you? I read and reply to every message. Your story matters. Let's jump straight into number 6, seaweed. For older adults in Japan, seaweed isn't a rare snack. It's part of daily life. And it's no coincidence they enjoy some of the lowest thyroid disease rates on Earth. Why? Because seaweed is loaded with iodine, the mineral your thyroid gland needs to manage energy and metabolism. But that's only the beginning. It also delivers calcium, magnesium, fiber, and special compounds called fucoidins, which research has shown can reduce inflammation and boost the immune system. Science backs up these traditional habits. A study published in Marine Drugs revealed that fucoidin found in brown seaweed reduced inflammation and improved immune response in older adults. Another report in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people who ate seaweed regularly had lower blood pressure compared to those who didn't. And controlling blood pressure is one of the most effective ways to prevent strokes, a leading cause of disability in seniors worldwide. Take Sayaka, a 69-year-old woman who grew up eating miso soup with wakame every morning. After moving in with her daughter in Tokyo, she stopped the habit. Within a few months, her digestion worsened, her energy lagged, and her blood pressure climbed. At a checkup, her doctor told her simply, "Bring seaweed back." Sayaka did, adding nori sheets to her rice, kelp to her stews, and wakame to her soups. Within weeks, her digestion improved, her blood pressure leveled out, and she said she felt like herself again. The fiber in seaweed feeds healthy gut bacteria, strengthening immunity and easing digestion. Calcium and magnesium protect bones and muscles, lowering the risk of falls. Iodine fuels thyroid function, keeping metabolism and energy stable. And antioxidants defend your cells from oxidative stress, one of the biggest accelerators of aging. Seniors who miss out on iodine-rich foods often feel tired, gain weight, or deal with brain fog without realizing their thyroid is slowing down. Seaweed helps prevent that decline. And the best part? You don't need a lot. 1 sheet of nori with lunch, a sprinkle of wakame in soup, or a little kelp in broth is enough to make a difference. Small daily servings can keep your energy, digestion, and circulation strong well into your 70s and beyond. But seaweed is only the beginning. Because next up is a food that looks simple, a dish eaten almost every day in Japan, yet it's so rich in probiotics and enzymes that it can completely reshape gut health, strengthen immunity, and even extend lifespan. Number 5 on our list is tofu. In Japan, this isn't just a side dish, it's a daily staple. Beneath its simple appearance lies an incredible source of nutrition. High-quality plant protein, calcium, magnesium, and phytoestrogens, natural compounds that act somewhat like estrogen in the body. For seniors, particularly women after menopause, this matters more than most people realize. When estrogen levels drop, bones lose density faster, muscles weaken, and memory begins to fade. Tofu helps fill in that gap. A large study published in Circulation tracked over 200,000 people and found that those who ate soy foods, including tofu, at least once a week, had a 13% lower risk of heart disease compared to those who rarely ate them. Take a 70-year-old who had always preferred meat-heavy meals. After a mild heart scare, his doctor suggested replacing some of that meat with tofu. At first, he laughed it off, calling tofu tasteless. But his wife cooked it in soups, stir-fries, and even grilled it with soy sauce and ginger. Within a few months, he felt lighter, his digestion improved, and his cholesterol numbers dropped. What he once dismissed as boring became the very food that gave him a second chance at health. Here's why it works. The protein in tofu helps rebuild muscle and slows down sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that robs independence after 60. Calcium and magnesium strengthen bones, protecting against fractures. Phytoestrogens help balance hormones, easing hot flashes in women and supporting memory in both men and women. On top of that, soy protein lowers cholesterol, keeping arteries flexible and blood flowing smoothly. Too often, seniors accept fatigue, stiffness, or forgetfulness as just aging, when in reality their bodies are simply missing key protective nutrients. Tofu helps fill that void, and it's easy to add into your diet. Toss tofu into soups, stews, salads, or stir-fries. Use soft tofu in soups or smoothies, and firm tofu for grilling or pan-searing. With the right seasonings, it's not just healthy, it's delicious. That's why tofu earns its place here. It doesn't only provide protein, it safeguards your bones, your heart, and even your hormones in ways most people never expect. But as powerful as tofu is, the next food is even more shocking. It's fermented, it's pungent, and many first-time eaters are stunned by its flavor. Yet Japanese doctors call it a miracle food for circulation and heart health, with research showing it can slash stroke risk like nothing else. Before we continue, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the life-changing foods still ahead. Coming in at number 4 are sweet potatoes, especially the striking purple variety from Okinawa. In fact, on Okinawa, the island famous for having the highest number of centenarians anywhere in the world, purple sweet potatoes make up almost 70% of the traditional diet. Think about that. For many elders, 7 out of every 10 calories come from this single root. And the results are clear. Okinawans have some of the world's lowest rates of heart disease, cancer, and dementia. Why are they so powerful? Sweet potatoes deliver complex carbs, fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, and potassium. The Okinawan purple kind goes even further. They're rich in anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in blueberries, but in higher amounts. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that anthocyanins in purple sweet potatoes improved blood vessel function and lowered inflammation, both critical for keeping seniors safe from strokes. Meet Yumi, an 82-year-old Okinawan woman. For most of her life, her breakfast was nothing fancy, a steamed purple sweet potato and green tea. But when she moved to Tokyo to be near her grandchildren, her diet shifted toward bread, noodles, and more meat. Within a year, she felt sluggish. Her digestion slowed, and for the first time, she felt her age. Once she returned home and brought back her sweet potato routine, the difference was night and day. Her digestion smoothed out, her stamina came back, and she could walk longer distances without tiring. The fiber in sweet potatoes keeps digestion steady and blood sugar balanced, avoiding the spikes and crashes that cause fatigue. Potassium relaxes blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, and supports heart health. And anthocyanins act like shields for your arteries and brain, fighting oxidative stress and inflammation. Seniors who eat mostly refined carbs like white rice or bread often feel drained because those foods burn too fast and crash blood sugar. Sweet potatoes, on the other hand, provide slow, steady energy that lasts for hours. The fix couldn't be simpler. Swap out part of your daily starch for sweet potatoes. Steam them, bake them, or mash them. If you can find Okinawan purple ones, even better. They offer extra protection for the heart and brain. But even the orange sweet potatoes found in most grocery stores are powerful allies against aging. That's why sweet potatoes claim the number 4 spot. They're not just food, they're longevity fuel, proven by the Okinawans who live longer and healthier than almost anyone else on Earth. But the next item on our list may surprise you even more. It isn't a root or a vegetable at all. It's a fermented food with a strong smell that outsiders often find strange, yet Japanese doctors call it a natural blood thinner that protects against strokes and heart attacks better than many prescriptions. Number 3 on the list, shiitake mushrooms. Inside each shiitake are compounds like beta-glucans, aritadenine, and lentinan, all working together to lower cholesterol, strengthen the immune system, and even help the body guard itself against cancer. For adults over 60, shiitakes are like a hidden pharmacy growing in the forest. In the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, scientists reported that people who ate shiitake mushrooms daily had stronger immune defenses and less inflammation compared to those who didn't. Take a 70-year-old who never paid much attention to mushrooms. He thought of them as nothing more than a side dish, but after a serious case of pneumonia left him drained, his doctor encouraged him to start eating shiitakes regularly. He began adding them to his miso soup and stir-fries. Within months, he noticed he wasn't catching colds as often, his energy was steadier, and his cholesterol numbers had improved. What once seemed like a minor food choice became the key to feeling resilient again. Here's what's happening inside the body. Beta-glucans in shiitakes stimulate immune cells, making them more effective at fighting infections. Crucial because immunity weakens naturally with age. Aritadenine helps clear cholesterol from the blood, keeping arteries supple and reducing heart disease risk. Lentinan boosts immune surveillance, helping the body detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they become dangerous. Without foods like this, seniors often face more frequent infections, slower healing, and constant fatigue. Shiitakes help flip that script. They're easy to enjoy. Add fresh or dried shiitakes to soups, broths, or vegetable dishes several times a week. Not only will they make your meals richer in flavor, but they'll also fortify your body from within. That's why shiitake mushrooms hold the number 3 spot. They aren't just another ingredient. They're nature's own medicine, protecting immunity, heart health, and longevity itself. But as powerful as shiitakes are, the next food is even more surprising. Number 2 is mackerel, a fish that's incredibly popular in Japan, yet often ignored in the West. This fish is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, selenium, and top-quality protein. For older adults, that combination is like armor, protecting the heart, nourishing the brain, and calming the inflammation that fuels so many age-related diseases. The science is compelling. A study in the Journal of Internal Medicine revealed that seniors who ate fatty fish such as mackerel at least twice a week had a 35% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to those who rarely ate it. Another paper in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher omega-3 levels lived on average 2.2 years longer, simply from including more fish in their diet. Consider Kaito, 88. He loved his beef bowls and pork cutlets, but after a minor stroke, his doctor urged him to swap some of that meat for fish. He chose grilled mackerel, affordable, tasty, and easy to prepare. Within a few months, his blood pressure leveled out, his memory sharpened, and even his joint pain eased. His family noticed his energy came back and his mood brightened. A small change in his meals gave him a new outlook on life. Here's why. The omega-3s in mackerel soothe inflamed arteries, lower blood pressure, and shield against heart attacks. They also keep brain cells flexible, boosting memory and reducing dementia risk. Vitamin D supports bone strength and immunity, while selenium fights cell damage as a powerful antioxidant. Seniors who skip fish often deal with hidden inflammation, stiff arteries, fragile bones, and memory issues. Without realizing their diet is speeding up decline. Mackerel pushes back against all of that. Eat mackerel 2 to 3 times a week, grilled, broiled, or simmered with vegetables. Fresh or canned versions, packed in water, both work. Each serving isn't just a meal. It's another layer of defense against the biggest threats of aging. That's why mackerel claims the #2 spot. It's one of the strongest tools seniors have to fight heart disease, memory loss, and frailty. But as remarkable as mackerel is, the #1 food on this list is even more astonishing. Number 1, miso soup. Made from fermented soybean paste blended with dashi stock, this humble dish is packed with probiotics, protein, and minerals that support digestion, immunity, and circulation. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition revealed that women who regularly consumed miso had a 20% lower risk of stroke. The reason lies in the fermentation process, which creates compounds that naturally improve blood flow. Take Haruka, 73. She grew up starting every morning with a small bowl of miso soup, but during a stay with her daughter in the city, she replaced it with toast and coffee. Within months, she began feeling bloated, tired, and irregular in her digestion. Her doctor urged her to bring miso back into her diet. Once she did, the changes were immediate. Her bowels became regular, her energy returned, and she told her daughter, "It feels like I found myself again." That steaming bowl wasn't just nostalgia. It was the key to her vitality. Here's why it works. The probiotics in miso restore healthy bacteria in the gut, boosting digestion and strengthening immune defenses. Isoflavones from soy lower cholesterol, protect the heart, and slow down bone loss. Fermentation produces compounds that relax blood vessels, reducing stroke risk. And the warmth of the broth itself helps with hydration and circulation, something especially valuable for seniors who often forget to drink enough water. Too many older adults accept fatigue, poor digestion, or mental fog as just part of aging, when in reality, they may simply be missing this daily fermented boost. Starting the morning with miso soup, served alongside rice, vegetables, or fish, provides a steady stream of nutrients that work silently but powerfully over time. Add tofu, seaweed, or shiitake mushrooms to enhance both flavor and health benefits. Miso soup earns the top spot on this list because it's more than food. It's a tradition of wellness. For generations, it has protected the body and mind, helping explain why so many Japanese elders live to 100 with strength, clarity, and grace. Miso soup earns the top spot on this list because it's more than food. And so, my friend, we've reached the end of our journey through the 6 everyday foods that quietly hold the secret to long life in Japan: seaweed, tofu, sweet potatoes, shiitake mushrooms, mackerel, and of course, the humble but mighty miso soup. Each one looks simple, even ordinary, but together they form the backbone of a lifestyle that has given Japan the largest population of centenarians in the world. What makes these foods special isn't magic. It's the way they nourish the body from every angle, fueling muscles with protein, protecting the heart with omega-3s, balancing hormones, supporting strong bones, feeding the gut with probiotics, and calming the silent inflammation that drives aging. Think about it. While so many people in the West are relying on pills just to get through the day, Japanese elders are relying on what's been on their plates all along. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean decline. With small but consistent changes in what we eat, we can restore energy, protect memory, and stay independent longer than we ever thought possible. Now it's your turn. Which of these 6 foods will you start adding to your meals this week? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your story matters. And if you found hope in this message, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Together, we can help more people discover that the path to living strong and well into old age begins with the choices we make at the table.